right? So TMS configurations we have discussed, configurations, how to create the transport request, how to import the transport request, and also if any issues occurs, so how to fix it. So this kind of things we have discussed, right? Written codes, how to import domain control, how to configure to the multiple clients. So all these things, client copies, some other performance related transaction codes, ST01, 02, 03, 05, 6, 7, and these are the transaction codes we discussed, right? And also normal our process related transaction codes. So all these things we have discussed in the systems, and also RFC administrations. So up to here, up to transports, we have covered, right? Up to transports, we have covered. So today we'll start. We'll start the. So which topic will start today? Like which is the best topic we'll discuss? Okay. There is a one topic actually. Let me think which is we have to cover it. Can we discuss kernel upgrade? So we have the kernel upgrade. So we have the kernel upgrade topic is there. So that topic also we can discuss kernel upgrade. Uh, Otherwise, we can discuss about the memory allocation request to the memory allocation. So allocation request. So how the work process the memory allocations to the that one we can discuss. That is also a very important topic. Okay. So let's discuss about the instead of kernel upgrade. So we'll discuss about the so one new topic that is called the so memory allocations to the work process. How the memory allocation to so work process, how it will happen, right? How it will happen to the memory allocation to the work process here, right? So there are the work process here. So in the dialog work process and btc work process. So whenever user submit a request, the request go to the, suppose user submit a request, the request goes to the so dispatcher here, right? So dispatcher will assign the request to the work process. So maybe so dialog work process, right? So that work process requires the so memory. Work process requires the role in user context memory. Requires so memory that we discussed, role in user context. This is the user buffer to check the user credentials and everything. So this will happen, right? So then the next one, whenever it goes to the work process, so gets the memory, work process gets the memory from local memory. Work process gets the, after the user credentials validation is completed, the work process gets the so memory from so local memory. Local memory. There is a local memory. It is a local memory. In that local memory, it will restrict there is a one parameter to restrict the local memory. That is called the so JTTA, one parameter. It will restrict the all the local memory. Role underscore area. This parameter will restrict the all your work process related lower memory and everything here, right? So not only in that, not only all the memory, in that only few parts, only some parts it will assign to the so user work process. That is called the so role underscore first memory. That is called the first memory, which will assign it to the user, right? Then after that, this is also not sufficient to the work process. Then that time the work process, it is also not sufficient. So then local memory also not sufficient. Local, I will write it here, local memory is not sufficient. Then it will get the memory from, so extended memory. It will get the memory from extended memory. This is called the, so JTTA slash roll underscore extension. These are the parameters will control the all these these parameters will control the all these things and everything, right? So then if this is also not sufficient, okay, so if this memory also not sufficient, if this memory also not sufficient, so then it will get the memory, then it will get the, it will occupy, then I can put this way, it will occupy the remaining role area. So if the remaining role area also not sufficient, then finally, if this is also not sufficient, to the work process, right? Not sufficient to the work process. Not sufficient to the work process. Okay. So if this is also not sufficient, then here the work process use the heap memory. This is called the private memory. It will use the heap memory, private memory. So in this way, the work process goes to private mode. Work process so goes to private mode. Work process go to private mode. Work process go to private mode. So this will happen. How the memory allocation to the work process means, whenever you log into the SAP system, then it will occupy the some amount of memory, right? That is called the role in user context. So if that is also not sufficient, if that memory also not sufficient, then that is memory that is also not sufficient, then it will take the, so some parts of memory from the role area. That is called the role underscore first memory. That is called the, this is the first memory which is allocating to the work process. That is called the role underscore first memory. So if this memory also not sufficient, work process require the more memory, then it will take the memory from the extended memory. So if this extended memory also not sufficient, then it will take from the remaining role area, it will occupy it. The remaining role area also not sufficient, then work process goes to the, so heap memory, private memory. So private mode, like this is called the preview mode. Work process go to the preview mode here, right? When the work process goes to memory here, so there is a one above heap limit, So you can see here above slash heap underscore limit, there is a parameter. It will control the, normally 4 GB will be occupied to the each work process here. So this will control the heap limit, heap memory. So here this parameter, this memory will be controlled by the, this heap memory will be controlled here. Heap memory will be controlled. So whenever each dialog uses, so what each dialog work process uses the heap area dia. Here this is some memory related concepts actually, how the memory allocation will happen to the work process, right? Whenever you log into the system, after you log in and log out, so after you log in and log out, there the some memory allocation will happen to the system, right? Some memory will allocation happens to the system. So let me start it and show you how it will allocate to the work process, right? So it is starting mode. So meanwhile, you can see, so which parameters will control this memory parameter? Can we adjust it? Yes, we can adjust it by changing the parameter values. We can change it here, right? So the heap memory. So when the work process 4 GB, one work process 4 GB means, so hundreds of work process 400 GB, which means it's a very huge limit. So that's why the above heap limit, this parameter will control the memory allocation to the work process. Sir, where can we see all these things? Means in ST02, last time we discussed, right? Memory, buffers and everything. So there we can see the memory utilization, right? Memory utilization. So memory utilization. Normally there is a controlling parameters, right? So above slash, so some controlling parameter should be some controlling parameters. Otherwise, so work process will use the almost all memory in the system. Then above system, your SAP system will goes to down status. Will goes to the down status. That's why. So here it's required the so more. It's required the some controlling parameters. So these are the controlling parameters above heap area dia, above heap area non-dia. So non-dia means dia, non-dia. Dia means here dialog work process. How much memory you are allocating to the, how much memory you are allocating to the, so dialog work process. 2 GB, fine. Then how much memory you are allocating to the dialog work process? 2 GB, 2 plus 2 is equal to total 8 GB. It should not be exceed heap area, heap area total. It should not exceed the heap area above heap area total. Above heap area total, it should not exceeded. It should not exceeded above heap area total. Suppose this 2 equals to these two parameters equals to the, so there is a one more parameter, heap area. So total equals to the 4 GB. So suppose yours is the 5 GB, then you put 4 GB this one and you put 2 GB this one 6 GB, then it should not exceed the total. So it should be in between the 2 GB, in between the 4 GB only. So it should, the process should not exceed. So both dialog process and non-dialog. Non-dialog means BTC work process. It should not exceed. So 2 GB, 4 GB, both are should be the, so if you calculate both, it should be come to the total 4 GB only. This is the first one. Normally, RAM is our first memory. Out of this, we don't want to whole memory, right? So RAM is the first memory. The work process will utilize these memory areas. These memory areas, it will assign it to the memory areas. So this is the, so the, this is the memory allocations to the work process. How the memory allocation happens to the work process means, this is the way it will allocate the memory allocations to the, so work process, right? The first work process goes to the private mode. Work process go to the, so local memory, extended memory, remaining role area, then finally it will go to the private mode. So private mode means it will use the remaining role area. So remaining role area means it's a limit of the your operating system limit, the operating system limit, and swap. The swap will be used in this case. So here the memory allocation for the work process, dialog work process, different procedure, and non-dialog work process is the different procedure, right? So how it will be? So are you getting these points now? How the memory allocation will happen, right? So let me show you here. So whenever you log into the systems, right? Whenever you log into the system, let me show you here. So whenever you log into the system, so here the first memory it will allocate to the work process is called the, so role in user context, role in user context. Maybe if we go to SM04 or AL08, SM04 AL08, here it will show the how much memory, say how much memory is allocating to the each work process. Here you can observe it, how much memory is allocating to the each work process. Here you can observe it. And also if you go to the ST02, here we can calculate it. Here we can calculate it. What is the extended memory, how much it is currently utilizing, what is the page area, what is the heap memory. So all the information here you can see. This is the memory allocation, memory areas. These are the memory areas. So last time when we discussed about the ST02, that time, so I told that we have separately have a discussion with the work process, right? So this is the work process here. Maybe if you go to the ST02, so here we can calculate it, how much the memory areas, the current memory parameters, all these things we can calculate it. We can see here. So short area, role area, page area, local, so heap area, dia, heap area, non-dia. So total how much, right? So heap limit, how much is the heap limit? So total how much heap is the heap limit means work process restart limit the heap memory, which means your OS level heap memory, which is using it here. So these are the parameters which will control the entire your memory. If you want to change it, you can go to the object 10 or object 11, the profile parameters. There you can change the all these things. You can change it here, right? So whenever the work process limit is reached, this is maybe 15 GB, right? Whenever the each work process limit is reached, to the work process will be killed in the next chance. It will be killed means it will be cancelled. So these parameters will control the unnecessary usage of the memory and everything, right? If you don't have this controlling parameters, what will happen? So system will go hung status. System will go hung status. That's why we need to control this all these parameters and everything. So to activate this parameter value, you need to restart your local SAP system. Yes, it's true. Why? Because you are changing the parameters. So definitely you need to restart your SAP systems. You have to do the restarts, right? So this is the major one. So right. So let's go discuss some more details about the how it will be for the dialog, how it will be in the non-dialog work process. So dialogs and non-dialog work process, right? See, this is for the dialog work process, right? Same as a right. So I will show you for the non-dialog also. So in a simple way, I can show you for the non-dialog also. I will show you here. Non-dialog means background work process, right? Background work process will allocate it, right? How it will be. So here, Windows, there is a one procedure, and non-Windows, the memory allocation is the different procedure. So as of now, we discuss for the Windows. So first of all, we will discuss about the Windows only, right? So Windows. So the memory allocation sequence for the non-dialog work process, like so how it will be, and the dialog work process, how it will be. So we will discuss here, right? So here, dialog, the role underscore first memory, which means so user context it will occupies, right? User context, role in user context, then role memory, role underscore first memory. So role underscore first memory, then remaining role area, role underscore first, then extended memory, right? Then remaining role area, then you have called the heap memory, then OS level memory. So this is the sequence it will allocate it. This is the sequence for the dialog work process. This is the sequence for the dialog work process. It will occupy it, right? Initially role area, role underscore first, extended memory, then remaining role area, rest of the role area will be occupied. Then finally system forced to go to the heap memory, private memory. So in the heap memory, it starts using the heap memory limit. When it is go to the heap memory, then the limit of the heap memory, either we have the limitation parameters, right? Either heap area dia, heap area total. Then so the limit is over, system will go hung status. The system will go to the hung status. So which means when the work process go to the private mode means it's already using the operating system limit. So immediately we should stop this situation. Work process going to the private mode. Otherwise, it will badly impact your system performance. It will badly impact the system performance. So this is for the dialogs. This is for the dialog. So then same sequence will discuss about the non-dialog work process. Same memory sequence. What is the memory sequence for the memory sequence for the non-dialog work process. Non-dialog work process. How it will be the same memory sequence for the non-dialog work process. Same user admit, user login. Then non-dialog means it's a background work process, right? It's a background work process, right? So whenever the memory allocation for the non-dialog work process. So same normally. So for all the platforms, it's same. For the memory allocation for the dialog work process, either the Windows or Linux, same. So memory allocation for the, once again, I'm repeating, memory allocation for the dialog work process. It's the same in the all the platforms, either the Windows, Linux, it's the same. But only for the background work process, it's different based upon the platform, based upon the platform means a Windows or a Linux platform. This is the different. So let's talk about the Linux platform, how it will be for the background work process, how it will be the non-dialog means background work process. So here the first memory, it will use the, initially the work process required the role and user context, that is common whenever user login. Then what is that here from the role memory, right? It will use the role underscore area. It will use the, first of all, role underscore area, it will use it. So if this memory is not sufficient, then heap memory, it will go to the heap memory. Then the heap memory also non-dialog work process is not sufficient, then it will start using the OS memory. Heap memory means operating system OS level memory, it will start using it here. So OS level memory. So this is the one difference for the dialog and non-dialog work process. Dialog and non-dialog. So for batch process, for background process, there is no extended memory. There is no extended memory. Directly it will use the role area, then heap, then operating system level memory, it will use it. So this is the parameters, it will use it. There is no extended memory here to here. There is no extended memory here. It will use the heap memory, so role memory, heap memory, OS level memory. Here also same, OS level memory only. Heap memory means OS level memory, it will start using it. The only thing is here, so extended memory is not available for the non-dialog process, means BTC work process. Non-dialog work process, the extended memory is not available. Extended memory is not available for the the non-dialog work process. It is not available. So this is that small difference between dialog and non-dialog. So dialog means which it will take the user request, right? So non-dialog means user login, user submit a job, batch jobs. That time the background jobs will use it. When the user submitting the background job does not use the extended memory. It will use the role memory, then heap memory and OS level memory. It will start consuming it. So this is the allocation for the non-dialog work process. Right? So any questions from here? Are you guys on the same page?
Yes, sir. So, Ravi, one doubt.
Yeah.
When WordPress goes to private mode, it will consume all the heap memory, that 4 GB, whatever
Yes.
is there.
Right.
After that, it goes to private mode, right?
Yeah, right. So when it starts using the heap memory means it will go to the private mode only. So it is in the private mode only. When it start using the heap memory, so it is in the private mode only. When the work process, so when the work process system goes to, when system is forced to use the heap memory, that is called the private memory only. Private memory modes, the work process status goes to the private mode. The status in the work process status, we can see private mode, where we can see the status in the SM50, we can see the status, right? When SM50, the status shows to private mode. So here our work process status show to the private mode instead of waiting private mode. Private mode means, so it is using the private memory. Private memory means, so it's like, so the heap memory, local heap memory only. So that is
means,
yeah.
Okay, sorry, carry on.
No, which means when the heap memory is available, so there is a parameters, right? Heap area, dia, heap area, total, heap area, non-dia. So means operating system memory allocation limit. It start using the OS level memory. So up to OS level memory, it will use it 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB. Then once the OS memory also limit is over, then system goes to hung status. It's not responsive status. So we need to control it. When the work process go to private mode means, so then user will connected. User is connected until user end the transaction. Then immediately we need to end the transaction. Why the work over went to the private mode? Immediately we have to be in the alert, red alerts. So which means immediately we have to ask user to force to log off, or we need to kill that user sessions. So some actions we have to take it out. Otherwise, what happen? If you allow that user to use operating system level memory, heap memory, then immediately the system other work process will be affected because of the lack of work memory. Then system will go to the unresponsive status.
Okay.
This is some tricky part, this memory allocation. For dialog, it's a different procedure. Non-dialog, it's a different procedure. Dialog will use the heap first, maybe here whatever I mentioned, right? First heap memory, then extended memory, then remaining role area, then heap memory. So when it is going to the heap memory means the OS level memory only. Heap memory means when the heap memory is going to the heap, it will start using the operating system memory limitation only. But
So it's almost a memory leakage, right? Memory leakage.
Memory.
So once it reach heap memory also, it's almost
yeah, it's in the heap memory means we are in the dangerous status. Yeah, OS level memory.
Dangerous state. Yeah.
Dangerous status, which means it will not available. Other work process will not available. So it's like suppose all work process use the same 4 GB of the RAM memory. Suppose example. So here we have the multiple work process, right? Multiple work process. Each work process there is a local memory. Each work process there is a local memory. Each work process will use the local memory. Maybe I will put somewhere here local memory. It will use this memory. Then this is not sufficient. In this local memory, here the first is it will only some local memory that is called the role underscore area. Role underscore area. It will use some role underscore first. Then this is not sufficient. In this memory only we have extended memory is available. Extended memory. It will use the extended memory. Maybe different diagram I can put it out, but extended memory, right? If this is also not sufficient, then it will use the remaining role area. This is also not sufficient, then it will start using the heap. Heap means operating system level heap memory. It will start it. So this is it. They are using the whole RAM size. Why? Because all work process will use the same memory. So it will affect to the all the process, OS level process, SAP level process, maybe DB level, database level. It will start using it. So entire this 4GB limit is over. What will happen? Then immediately until user end the transaction code, your memory will not be released from the system. Whenever user log off, that time only your memory will be released. So whatever the user is using, suppose if you see, if I go to the AL08, so here I am using this much of memory, right? This much of memory I am using it here. When I log off, until I am in the system, I am using this memory. So if I log off, this memory will be freed from the system. If still I am logging in, so no one, so I cannot, this memory will not be released here. Currently I am using local memory only, I am using it here. Why? Because I can see the work process status is in the running status only. So that it's a local memory. So which means then it's go to the extended, then it will go to the remaining role area, then finally it will go to the which memory? Finally it will go to the heap memory. Heap memory is the main memory here. So when the system going to the heap memory means, say we are in the dangerous status. So immediately we need to we have to take the action. So which means either we need to ask user to log off, or session we need to kill it out. So rare cases we may go to the private mode. If you don't, if you see, okay, private mode, then later half an hour we want to see means system will go to the So performance issues, it will badly degrade the performance issues. So system, each and every process is required the some amount of water and food, right? For us, how the water and food is very important. Here, the work process also some amount of memory and CPUs are very important. Memory is for the food and so water is for the CPU. Same how we have here, right? Same way here also it's very important.
Any alert notifications will be there?
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. So we can put it out in the solution manager. We can configure all these things and everything. Otherwise, if you go to so RJ20, right? CCMS monitoring. CCMS monitoring. We can here the CCMS monitoring. So here in the monitoring templates, so maybe no one is using this monitoring templates. So but here we can configure it. So we can configure it. All these things we can configure it here. So database buffers, so all these things, availability and performance monitoring, we have to configure this alerts and monitoring so that so here we will get the all the issues and everything we will face it out here. We have to enable it this one, so we have not enabled this CCMS in our systems. RJ20 is the transaction code. Here we can configure it. Otherwise, so if you have the solution manager system, automatically the monitoring template is assigned so that whenever your file system is reaching to the some limits, then you may face the issues. You may get the alerts to the your inbox. Your inbox, you may get the alerts to the your inbox. So that based on that, you can start utilizing it. Based on that, you can start utilizing those things in the system. CCMS monitoring. This is a CCMS monitoring that we will discuss actually. So alerts notification, we will get it out. There is a possibility to get the alerts notification.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions? So regarding this one, nothing. Then we can immediately jump into the kernel upgrade activity, right? So kernel upgrade. So or kernel patching, right? Kernel upgrade or kernel patch upgrade, kernel patch. So what is mean by kernel? So why we have to update our kernels? So kernel files are the very important. So kernels are the very important here. So without kernel, system will not be started. Without kernel, you cannot start your systems. It's a very important. So kernels are the OS level libraries, OS level binaries. So .exe. So before I go with this one, so I need to discuss with the first of all OS level file systems. I have to discuss this. I forgot to discuss this one. Okay, so the topic I changed to the operating system level. So SAP file systems, SAP file system. It's a very important, right? It's a very important common file systems. So to troubleshooting purpose and remaining areas purpose, this is a very important file systems, right? So whenever you do the SAP installations, any SAP SAD installations, OS level, operating system level, they are the some files will be created, some folders will be created. So what are those are the very important folders, right? OS level SAP file systems. So what are those file systems? Either the Windows or non-Windows. So these are the very important file systems. So what are those file systems here? So if you go to the here, first we will get the USR, then after that SAP, then after that SID. So SID means whatever the SID you have installed it, either the PRD or QoS or something you installed it, that SID you will get it. This is the common file system, USR, SAP, SID. Under that, we have the USR, SAP, SID. Then we have the sys folder will be under the each SID there is a sys folder, right? Under the each SID there is a sys folder. Then under the SID we have the instance folder, D instance number, application server related. Then each instance there is a ASCS instance number. They are the three folders under the SID. Under the three SID, three folders. If you want to see here, go to the here C drive. So we have the USR, SAP, SID. So you install the ECQ, PRD, QAS. So this these file systems are very important, everyone. So why? Because sometimes we may have to go to the operating system level. We need to do the some troubleshooting activities. So where you have to do the some troubleshooting activity means by opening these folders, you have to go inside. You have to check the logs and errors and everything. It's very important for the basis teams to troubleshooting knowledge also, right? Not only configurations, installations, upgrading. So knowing the private mode. So in the operating system level also you need some troubleshooting and where to check and what to check also it's very important, right? So whenever these file systems will be installed, USR SAP is common. USR SAP is common. Whenever you do the any SAP installation, this structure will be created. This structure will be created at the operating system level. So here under the SID, under the each SID, you can see sys folder is there and D instance number. We have the two instances will be created, right? Whenever you install the SAP, here you see the one is the application server related and the second one is the ASCS instance related. Two instances will be created. So whenever you do the SAP installation, so under the SID, you have SID means so call combination of this one plus this one. Two will be created. This two will be created here. So one is the ASCS instance. Second one is the application server related instance. This two will be created here, right? You have that these two are available here. Each SID, you can see each SID. The first one when you build it, so we have the DB and SAP application server and ASCS instance, right? So we are discussing about the SAP. In the SAP, if you see here we have the under the SID, you can see here sys D instance number D10, which means this is the application number, instance number is the 10. Then this is the 5, which is related to the ASCS 05 and D10. So maybe you can see the folders here, ASCS 05 and D10, right? Two instances are there. And also the sys folder, right? You can see the sys. Sys means it's like global directory. It's a global, right? Here in the under the sys again, you have the multiple folders again. Under the sys again, you have multiple folders is called the sys global, then sys profile, then sys exe. These are the very important folders in the so under the this directory, under the this sys these are the again three are available. Sys exe executable files. If you go to the sys exe, you see NTADM. These all are the executable files. So suppose your ICM is running because of the binary it is available here. Your ICMan, ICM, dispatcher, gateway, all the work process, NQ server, all the work process are running NQ server. So message server, DW means dialog work process, right? So here all are running here means that related binaries are exist at operating system level. That binaries are exist at operating system level. So that is the reason you are able to access the SAP system and SAP screens. It is green status you are able to access. Suppose if you delete something here, if you rename it, if you delete the sys directory sys exe, then your SAP will not be started. You cannot log in also. SAP will not be started means how can we log in? You cannot log in, right? So that's the reason you can see. That is the reason you can see this is the very important folder exe backbone. How the backbone is very important for the humans. Same as like the sys this file system also very important. Sys exe, right? So this is the very important file systems, right? So it's very important. We should not touch this one, right? So we should not touch this file systems anywhere. So and also next one is the profile directory. So profile directory means somewhere you heard that profiles, right? We have the profiles, default profile and instance profiles. In the instance profiles again ASCS related and application server related profile. You have the profile directory, right? So profile directory, what does it mean by profile directory? So in SAP level, you are going to the RZ10 and RZ11, you are changing, right? So there is a one more way to change the profile parameter. Go to the sys profile. There you can change the all the parameters and everything. You can change it here. So all the parameters and everything we can change it from here. This is the profile directory. Here also you can go ahead and you can change the all the profiles and parameters. You can change it. You want to change the work process number, you can change it here. So that is also fine. It will be affected, right? So here also we can change it. Instead of going to the RZ10 and RZ11, here also you can go ahead and you can change the values of the profiles. You can change the values of the profiles. You can change it from here. So why? Because sometimes SAP is down, you need to change the parameter. How can we change it? When SAP is online, then you can go ahead and you can change the parameter from RZ10 and RZ11. SAP is down here. How can we go ahead and change it here, right? So maybe one more option here. Here, these are the parameter. When you change the SAP also, here it will be changed. Why? Because SAP level RZ10 and RZ11 also is referring to this profile directory only. This profile directory only at operating system level, right? So this profile directory only. So then immediately, so when you change it there, so it will be affected to the here. Here also you can directly change it here. So this is the final method. When you don't have access to SAP level or when you are unable to log in, this is the method. But by the method which is recommending by SAP only SAP level. When you're changing the SAP level, that is applicable for the all the instances, and that is in the consistency test when you are changing from the RZ10. Otherwise, it will be there is a mismatch. So that's why SAP recommended to change from here only. SAP recommended to change from here only. They will ask to change it from here only. So here only they will ask you to change it here. You can see here. Here we have the 5 dialog work process and 2 BTC work process. It's not matching. It's not matching at all. So which means here we changed different value again. Here we changed the D10 different value. We changed it here. So which means it's not matching here. It's not at all matching here. So that is the reason we have to change it from RZ10 and RZ11 only. That is the recommended approach from SAP to change it. Right? Go to the suppose you want to sync the profiles from OS level to SAP level. We have to go to the utilities of profile of active servers, which means it will take in the profile from the sys profile only. Sys profile only it is referring, right? This is referring to the sys profiles only. Then you can go to the here, then see. So this action is not active. So I think D04 is not active. So 10 is active. Then go to the 10. You can see previously we changed it to the 503. So both are matching now. So that time you have to sync the profiles from OS level to SAP level. You have to sync the profiles, right? This is the way we have to change the profile parameters. So here in the profile directory, we can change it, right? This is the kernel directory, executable directory. This is called the executable directory. There is a one more name is called the kernel directory, right? So profile directory. The global directory, it will contains the spool logs, job logs, some security settings in the global directory. In the global directory, here it will contain the spool logs. So very important, spool logs, some job logs, and security related settings, security keys related, SSF keys, security related settings are available here. It's a very important. Why? Because why I'm highlighting this point means, so during the interview point of time or so during the discussion, they may ask you many questions on this directory. So where the job logs will be stored, sys global directory, where the spool logs will be shared. So like that. OS level profile directory, sys profile, OS level kernel directory, sys, we have to tell like USR, SAP, SID, sys, exe. So can you tell me the navigation of the profile directory? USR, SAP, SID, sys, profile. Like that, you have to tell the navigations, right? So directly don't tell like profile directory at operating system level. Again, they will ask you questions like I need full path, something like that. They may ask you questions. Then you have to go to the entire path you have to show here, right? So this is the global. See here, job logs. So what is the job logs here? So spool logs here. All the information will be recorded. All the information will be available here. Which job executed, what time. So all the information, SAP underscore UCon management job executed. All the job logs, spool logs, some security related settings are available here. Keys, data keys, SF keys are available here. That is called the global directory, profile directory, and exe directory. These three are very important here, right? Then next, if I go to the here, D instance number. Every D instance number here, we have the every instance here, D instance, we have the again exe, data, log, and work directory. So this is the very important. And here also we have the exe directory, the data, log, and work directory. So these are the very important directories here. So data, exe, log, work directory, and sec and IGS are the non very important, but you can also calculate like sec directory also, right? Sec directory also. It's not much, but you can also discuss about the sec directory, what is meant by here. So here in the exe directory, both are same, right? So sysexe, this is the global exe directory. We will call it as the global folders. All are the global folders here. So here it is mounted to the SAP MMT. It is mounted to the SAP MMT. SAP MMT equals to USR SAP USR SAP. It is mounted to the SAP MMT. This is the mount point, one mount point. If we go to the here, maybe if you type it SAP MMT, then you will see the folders. You will see the folders here. You will see the folders and files. You can see it here, right? So here SAP Windows 1, right? So this is our Windows 1. Sorry, we are giving wrong name. Here, this slash we have to give it. This slash. So SAP MMT. This is a local one. It is mounted to the all the SIDs. So then under the SID, we have the sys. Yeah, this is also here in the it is the network path. So if you want to access directly SID, you can use slash SAP MMT SID. So slash SAP MMT SID, you can use it, right? Slash SAP MMT, you can use it directly. You can use this SAP MMT SID, you can use it here. So otherwise, locally, if you want to use it local without network drive, then go to the USR SAP SID. Here also you can use it, which means USR SAP equals to SAP MMT, right? This is the mount directory, global mount directory, right? So let's leave it out that one. So now let's concentrate on this folders, exe executable files, same exe, whatever the exes you have there, same exes you have here also. See, whatever the exes you have here, same exes are available in the D exe here. All the exes are available here also. It is available. So total 3 locations your exe directories are available. One is the sysexe, then instance exe, then ASS exe. 3 locations. Your files are folders are available here, right? See 3 locations here, right? So this is a very important kernel directory. That's why before we discuss about the kernel upgrade, we should discuss about the file systems. This part I missed it out. That's why I'm covering now. So D instance number exe. So here every instance folder we have the data. So normal data files, stats files are available. ST03 and data stat files are available. This is the common. Nothing is there here. Exe. So IGS, so some IGS related file, internet graphics related files are available. Log folders, here CCMS alerts related trace files are available. Sometimes we are taking the traces and everything, right? ST01 traces and everything. Those traces are available here. Those traces will be OS level. It will be stored here. Those traces it will be stored here, but it's not in the non-readable format here, right? This we ignore it. This is also certificates related. So in the SAP, we have certificates related transaction code. Strust SSO2 is the transaction code. So here in the Strust SSO2, we can see the certificates. All the certificates we can see it here. Certificates. right? Certificates, SSL certificates and everything, HTTPS communication purpose. So those are referring from here only. So here OS level, that configuration files are available. That is the reason you can see the files are here. If you change something, immediately it will also affected here. Certificates related, this will come actually, right? The next one very important directory is called the work directory. This is the very important directory. So I'm not sure how much very, but 100% very important directory. So in the system, in our SAP system, every basis consultant should know about this directory. Why? Because here actual our investigation starts here, right? SAP level, if you are unable to log in, some performance issues, slowness issues means here how the dispatcher is behaving, work process related, all the logs will be available here. So here every log file starts with the dev underscore DVV underscore, it will start it here. So the dispatcher, dev underscore dispatcher, you can see the how the dispatcher is behaving here. So what are the any issues are dispatcher here. So here you can see in the August 6th, today only, 8:38, could not connect to the message server due to the some error, some issues with the connecting to the message server. Dispatcher attached is failed. So I think this is the old one, right? This is the old file, right? You can see the latest file here. So latest file, it is fixed. It is available, latest file. So you don't have any issues with the dispatcher. Maybe we want to ICM related log files are available. Work process, RFCs, this is a gateway related, GW, gateway related log file. Dev underscore RFCs related work process. And also work process related, work process number 0. 0 means here you have the work, each work process, there is a number, right? If you go to the SM50, there is a number. You want to check what is happening with this work process number 3, work process number 3 means dev underscore W3 work process 3. So this is the work process 3. We need to check what is happening with the work process 3, which user is logged in. I logged into the system. I went to the trust manager. Then after that, what I did it, before that, what I did is all the information is recorded here. All the information is recorded in the systems. So then there is a unable to connect it. So they are referring to the one note here. So like that, you can see there are some common issues in our systems, common issues. When it is 6th, 17. So like that, you can see the number of errors in the systems, right? All related investigation starts from here only. All the system related, gateway related, stop and start related issues. Any issues in the SAP system, we have to go to the work directory. Here we need to fix it, check that one. There is some core information is generated. So what is mean by this core? So something like something is some DDIC related, some program, some core related information is detected. So like that, everything when system is available, what time to what time system is available, what time to what time system is not available. You can see today, yesterday 6/8, 8:30 to 8:30, then 6/8, 17 to 17:14, it is not available. Then available from today 7:43 to till date, till time the system is available. Here we will get the list when the system is not available, all the information it is available here. When it was not available, when it is available, all the information is tracked here. So this is the SAP instance, right? All the SAP related, which means in the SAP level, application server, whatever it is running. So dispatcher, IDS, gateway, ICMan, then work process, all the work process related informations. So all kind of information is available here. All kind of information is available here. All kind of information is available in these systems. You can see here all the kind of informations are available in the work directory. Sir, I want to check the message server related logs. Then go to the ASCS, same data folder, statistics related information, exe, kernel, sec direct, same folder structure, work directory, same log files. But here, this is the ASCS. ASCS means so message server and NQ server related log files are available. Every log file starts with the DVV underscore. You can see the every log file starts with the DVV, which means so all the log files are starts with the DVV. MS message server NQ, right? D instance number. So like that, we are the log files. This is the troubleshooting work directory. So please explore more on this troubleshooting explore directory. Okay. Any questions from anyone here? Anyone? Any questions?